Hi, guys. Good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be doing my episode review for the most recent episode of Containment on the CW, which was episode 4 that premiered earlier tonight. Before I start blabbering on and on, of course, just be full warned that this episode will be full of big spoilers. If you are not caught up on Containment on this episode or the past couple episodes, do not keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be going into big spoilers. So this is your warning. You have been warned. That being said, another good episode. Very good episode. I feel like the theme of this episode was regret. Lots of deep regret, because we especially saw this with Lex and his girlfriend Jonna. And for those of you who having a hard time keeping track of characters, Jonna is the woman working in the building wearing the blue medical suit, and her boyfriend Lex is the cop who's running things on the outside of the cordon, who's the face for the police and the CDC. I just noticed there's a lot of regret between the two of them, because they were both hating themselves for not for missing opportunities to speak to each other sooner, because she figures out a way to contact him even though there's been a communication electrical blackout. She figures out a way to communicate him, and the sad part is that when she does get through to his cell phone, he sees it as unknown caller and ignores it. And she's like, oh, god damn it, And then later, when he realizes that she tried to call him because they talked briefly for a moment before her signal is cut off, and he listens to the voicemail left from the unknown caller, you can just tell by the look on his face and his eyes, he's like, oh, god damn it. He's like, it's like he totally missed out on an opportunity. Because the sad part is that for as far as either one of them's concerned, it could have been the very last time they communicated with the other. Because for all they know, one of them could be dead tomorrow, because they don't know how bad this virus really is. And what I also liked about this episode is that we saw how torn and conflicted Lex was feeling, because he has a job to do. He's supposed to be part of one of the leads of the operation through the police and the CDC and the feds. He's like the voice and the face of the team that's working to trying to, solve this crisis. But he doesn't exactly believe the words or the facts that he's being told. And he knows some of the truth, and some of the stuff he's probably being kept in the dark on. So the problem is, it's like, what is the truth, and where it's like he's split down the middle: duty and then loyalty to his girlfriend and the people inside the cordon. It's like he's split down the middle, and he's telling his chief, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the voice or the puppet for these guys. It's like, are we telling the people the truth? Because he knows how, he's suspicious of how bad things really are inside the quarantine, yet he's telling everybody things are progressing smoothly out here. They are going very well. We are very close to solving this crisis. He looks and sounds like a robot, basically, a robot that's been programmed to say these things, because he is so sullen and unexpressive when he was talking to the camera. You can tell that he doesn't believe the words he's saying, which is what sparked his girlfriend's interest. And she's like, oh, he knows more than he's telling us, because I know when he lies, and he is lying, because they saw his televised address to the people inside. So, it was pretty cool story for Lex's character. I'm really starting to like him a lot. And he was also torn because he sympathizes with the young man Xander trying to get to his pregnant girlfriend with the controlling mother who runs the grocery store on the inside. Yet, he also has to do, again, he's torn between his job and his own moral choices, when he's forced to fire a beanbag at the kid when he tries to jump the perimeter. They bring him to the hospital, and he chews him out for shooting him. But he's like, hey, it could have been a lot worse, and you made the choice to jump the perimeter line. And we learn a little bit more about Jake and the teacher as well. We learned a lot about them, because they started opening up to each other. Obviously, they're becoming quite close and friendly, and they're learning more about each other. There's definitely a mutual attraction there, and some chemistry between the two of them. They're definitely growing closer together. It was also interesting to see Jake go on like a supply run like you would see on The Walking Dead or any other apocalypse show or scenario. And then that part with the junkie with the needle in his arm suddenly coming back to life and then dying again or something. Excuse me. That was like, whoa, scary. And we see the truck full of pharmaceutical supplies. And one of the other parts that I loved about this episode was, the girl and her mother are having an argument about raising a child, and then she's calling her mom out on her own hypocrisy. When was the last time you and dad actually said anything nice to each other? And, she's talking about how when she says, like, when Xander gets here, I'm going to move in with grandma because I can't take it with you anymore. And as they're in the heat of their argument, sure enough, damn it, the rednecks show up again with a pickup. And once again, they're like, well, we're here to take whatever the hell we want. Oh, look, no cops in sight to help you. So they make them sit on the floor. They clear out practically the whole store. And then the lead redneck starts kind of hitting on this pregnant 19-year-old girl. It's like, ew, dude, come on. He's like, there could be more room up front if we all just squeeze together. And her mom's like, she's only 19 and pregnant. And then I love how as he starts to reach out for her, sure enough, a bullet, a gunshot is heard, and it goes right through his hand. He's like, ow! Startles the two women, and at first I'm like, oh, Jake must have been nearby after getting the pharmaceutical supplies, and he came to the rescue. Nope. Different gang of guys, and they're not necessarily looters. They look like they could be looters because they're wearing bandanas over their faces and they're armed to the teeth, but it turns out to be like a local militia, so to speak, because they make the rednecks put everything back and then get the hell out of the store. Because the leader of this new little gang of survivors is like, oh, no. This is our neighborhood. This is our turf. This is our store. You're going to put everything back because it is not yours just for the taking. And sure enough, at gunpoint, the rednecks put all the food and supplies back that they were going to steal in their pickup. But because they have guns being pointed in their faces by this new gang of survivors. And I think the two women, or at least the mother of the pregnant girl, knows who these guys are because they're probably neighborhood locals, local neighbors or something. But I thought it was cool how one gang of survivors protects a small group of survivors who can't defend themselves from a more hostile gang. And, these guys are like, I said local militia because there may be more of them, but, desperate times call for desperate measures, and people are starting to definitely get desperate, take up arms, and you've got 12 cops against 4,000 people in there. I mean, things are going to start getting tense really, really quickly. So that was probably the highlight of the episode for me, was seeing this other gang of survivors helping out the people who run the grocery store and protecting them from the creepy rednecks with guns. So that was pretty cool to see. And like I said, another great episode. We saw some humanity in Leo Green's character, and I started to really not like him at first, but I like him a little bit more now, knowing he's not a totally heartless, career-driven journalist. He showed genuine remorse and sadness when Xander breaks into the quarantine, but then sends him a hard drive that he retrieves later from him after he throws it over the wall. Hey, I made it to your friend's house. I'm really, really sorry, but they're both dead. Because Leo genuinely wanted to know what was happening with his friends. He wasn't getting anywhere with Lex, which is why he went to Xander, because he knew Xander was going to get in one way or another. So hopefully we see a bit more compassion and humanity in Leo from now on. And those are my thoughts on tonight's episode. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were there parts that were more interesting than others? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, let's please keep it civil and be respectful of one another's beliefs and opinions. Thanks for watching this episode review here on the EdWord. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Like this video and check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like it. And always remember to tune in every Tuesday night for a new episode of Containment on the CW. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great rest of the night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.